emotional, psychological, and anything you can name it. Last week, we had the opportunity of discussing the Christian and the institution of chieftaincy, as well as festivals. We looked more at a very theoretical point of it. We looked at how the church could help in supporting the institution of chieftaincy. But today, as I said, we have the men with us. We have people who are Christians and also part of our traditional societies. That's the leaders of our traditional society. Some people have said that, well, it's not proper for a Christian to be a chief, or it's not proper for a Christian to decide to lead a traditional community. Whether it's true or not, I do not know. But as I said, we have the men who are going to help us in dissecting it, to know whether indeed there is any truth in that, whether they'll recommend any of us who want to be chiefs one day to join the holy or unholy institution of chieftaincy. We'll get to see at the end of it. So do stay tuned and enjoy. My name is Kweku Atakra Juma, and I'm going to be the host for today. But I remind us all that we are streaming live on our social media platforms. Trinity United Church Legon. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. Please don't forget to send your comments, your questions. If you want to send a shout out, whatever it is, don't forget to leave it there. But please also do like our social media platforms and also subscribe so that you can get notification. So Mama and Papa, you are welcome to our show today. So as I said, I came with a man. And since...
Thank you.
Thank you.
And since we have, should I say, people with huge sandals, and I do not qualify to properly introduce them, I'll allow them introduce themselves. So starting from, they say ladies first,
No,
or
men.
at custom. Okay, Nana.
Thank you. My name is Nana Dr. Eni Eje the Third.
Nana Dr. Enieje the Third.
The Third.
Okay.
I'm the Tutu Krobong Hene, and automatically becomes the Trafo Hene of Tutu Ekrapim.
Okay, Nana, you have to explain that a bit more. So what or who is Tutu Krobong Hene?
Tutu is made up of various clans, and these clans came together to form the town Tutu.
Tutu, okay.
So each clan has a chief. So when you become a chief of one of the clans, you automatically assume certain title for the town.
Okay.
Right. The place when you assume as the chief of that clan, you become the Jasehini. That's some place when you assume, like my area, when you become the chief of Tutu Krobong, you become the Trafohene. So always the Trafohene is for Tutu Krobong.
From Tutu Krobong.
Yeah.
But Nana, also, who is the Trafohene?
The olden days when there were a lot of wars and other things that affected towns. Towns, in terms of leadership and administrative network, they organize themselves into, various leaders. And Trafohene, is one of the leaders who always take the lead, assuming there is a war, right? Trafohene takes the lead, or assuming that the town want to fight with another town, the Trafohene can go first, okay, and more or less do the scouting, do almost all various assessment, and if they even realize that the place where they are going, the people are so weak that they alone can take the war onto themselves, they do it and come home, right? So based on their scout, they can say that, look, let's even go and negotiate for peace.
Okay.
So Trafohene can come and say, no, I don't think we are prepared for this war, or we have the chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are more of like, if we bring in our modern society, an intelligence unit.
Yes.
You are the head of intelligence of the town.
Yes.
And then that means that Nana, you are very powerful.
Yes. Yes. So from the Trafohene, we have the Tufuhene.
The Tufuhene, okay.
Who holds the armory.
Oh, wow.
So it's well organized.
Right.
Yes.
And so that's, people have said that our traditional institutions were well organized.
Well organized, yes. Yes.
That makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. We'll come back to you, but Nana, your name and the position you also hold.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I would take the chance of greeting my people from Asante Achim Obogu. Bogumai Bechiamo. Nana Ama Ousia Esipim, the first. I'm the Jase Hema of Obogu Mai.
Mama, when we say Jase Hema, who is she?
Jase stew is they prepare the palace, they look after the palace, the things in the palace. If we want to do something, if the Jase does not take the lead, organize, we prepare before the Omaihene or the chief set off. We will come and give you the information. We need this, everything is set, so the ball should set rolling. That is the purpose of a Jase. Yes.
So that means that you are also more of the chief of staff. You organize the palace, you ensure that everything is in order.
Yes, if you want to say so.
Right,
yes.
right. Thank you very much for accepting to join us on our show. We are just curious people who want to know what happens in your institution. I've also been told that with dealing with chief, there are lots of courtesies, but I'm pleading with you. I may not know many of them. Those I miss, I hope you and your constituents will forgive us. It's not intentional at all. Okay, thank you very much. But we want to find out, did you decide to become a chief? I'll start. Should I start from Nana?
Any place.
Okay, I think I'll start with you this time.
Okay.
Did you decide to be a chief, or was it given to you, or for you it fell on your royal line? And
Good.
Could you have decided not to have taken it?
Thank you for such a wonderful question. We are royals. So when it comes to your turn, then the elders will inform you. It is your turn to be a queen mother or Jase Hema. And when it comes like that, as a Christian, you may be doubting, but you realize that we don't, whatever you do, it's your faith. Everything that comes in chieftaincy, it's your faith. You will do it, but do it very well.
Okay.
So because of my being royal, that's why I accepted it as a Jase Hema.
Okay. Nana, did you also have the chance, or could you have decided not to have taken it, or how did your chieftaincy come in?
As Nana Hima has rightly said, before you become a chief, you must be a royal.
Okay.
Right. And royal, you'll be there and it will come.
Okay.
Right. That is your turn.
So then are you saying you can't decide not to do it? Sometimes we see people running away.
It's of late that for courtesy's sake you are even informed. There were some years back, you'll be at the office, they will come and carry you and install you as a chief.
Even without your consent?
Without your consent. Because you are the one that has met. See, the elders meet and decide first before they even approach you.
Okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
the elders will have to decide and then approach you first.
But Nana, come with your name. Your doctor, I presume, is a PhD, I guess.
Yeah.
So then you are high up in your career. I mean, somebody may ask, why would somebody high up there want to subject himself to, usually the traditional society, people associated with like illiterate. Let me not say it loudly so people hear me, but typically that's what people think about traditional societies, that why would a PhD holder want to descend to the traditional society? And even now we see people spending their money left, right, and why will you be motivated to do that?
To be honest with you, I think the vacancy was there for some time, and I was always pushing not to take it up.
Oh.
Yes. Till it came to a point where, sometimes if you don't take it, it will shift.
Or move from your...
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
It will shift, and when it shifts, it will take, if you are not lucky, it can take centuries before it will come back. Yeah, so your Bushapain and others would not want some of these things to be happening. So I think that they also had the patience to wait for decision to be made. And again, as you also said, I believe that with my also level, that also gave me much more information also to take it up. When I decided that I want to do it,
Okay.
I realized that it was an opportunity.
Okay.
Yes. To be able to share whatever knowledge I've gained along the line with my people.
With your people, okay. But now we are told that, again, and some of us have also read, that with chieftaincy comes with sacrifices, as in animal sacrifices. Even in some instances, we are told human sacrifices. It comes with libation. It comes with feeding the gods. It comes with wearing. I'm sure this batakari is a new one, but I know you have some batakari that when you wear it, nobody else can wear it apart from you. It comes with all those.
Yes.
Now, with you being a Christian, how were you able to take that decision that I'll do it nonetheless?
There are certain things that are traditional, right? And if you want to still sit on the black stool, there are certain things you cannot reject it. I must be frank with you.
Okay.
Yes. If not that, it's not like I would say worshiping, but it's significant.
Okay.
It signifies that yes, you have been accepted.
Okay.
Right. That's why it is also difficult to distill a chief.
A chief. Or is it that? Isn't it depending on the type of chief? Because we've seen some chiefs that.
No. That's why I'm saying that
Okay.
it depends on, if I use the word, if you are sitting on the black stool.
Okay. Not every chief sits on the
No,
black stool.
no,
Okay.
not every
If you
chief.
can explain that a bit more.
Yeah, the black stool means that you have a stool.
Okay.
Right. There are chiefs that you can call someone and say that he's Nana. Also, you don't need to, get any animal. You don't need his Nana and other things. Yes. Other he's an Nkosohini, his Sanahini. There are certain chiefs you can give titles to, and they will help you your administration to run. They are also called Nana and other things, but that's quite a different.
Okay.
Yes. So it depends on the.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're
So
saying that it's tradition. You can't run away from it. No matter your faith. You want to sit on the black stool. There are certain things you must do.
if not that, somebody will tell you that you've not gone through the whole system, so you are not a chief.
You are not a chief. Mama, Nana, Mr. Nana. Mpacho, I mean, Trinity, so who's Odimo Akotsenepa? Then I'm more say, I'm sorry, I'm a community, I'm di singing mark, I say, Okahon Kakra. Singing man, Bebre, yes, sir. Singing man, you ma mo to Massa, more dan than a mudru, you can't send a more dam or honey, Uberding Aberton, Chayaka, Oka, Kudia, Kunya, then,
You. I could be a dear no and no young. It's an Anna. Teteno and Anna Ukudia Kunya. Ya na bebre nko suku. Enti na wo mo ntene mase. Ene ukwa sante memu asante yene bebre ye doctors lawyer for bebre obi akoko school. Ena sese no tete na ye de ahemfo kwakono ene ente sa biem. Enti se ukodi akonwa no a wonim se me ye Kristo ni metimi aye me gidie be ma me nyansa ama metimi adi akonwa no te se ohima Esther die se ne oboa jiwfo yi a wo mu nyankwen so ahu enti no tetere die na akonwa die na ye nurusam ne because of okona no wo mota akono ene so die wo bedi akonwa development peace you want to help love and abosom sem no enos bebre setete no because in the Kristo aba abeje entu be hu se bebre wo ahemfu no bebre wo komanhia ye wo manhia kwa ye wo manhia cheche wa sofo kra e preach akweside bogu say eda ye bedi akweside bia ye wo Methodist for praise be Pentecostals ba be ya sorry enti no ni nyina gina wugidie so your belief and your faith men kasa hemfu ni nyina ahemfu do wa mo believe in deities occult niema but enye ye nyina men ka wa mrebi na yegu ensa ebu wa na me gina me wo fachi Na me wo fair ken ka o kan chi no oye na me ka me tum in the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. Na David oye bold no bi sam se na den na ya na ye gu nsa wo kan. Na me se ya me ka in the name of Jesus. O say nana na ya wo say ne ma me se me nsa ehwe enye yi a enye yi because ye gu nsa na wo frɛ twedi ampom. Ansa no abasase ya. So in everything there's God. Because it is a tradition and it's a custom. That's why some of these rituals, this point of libation, going to festivals, doing that, that's why we do it. You see?
Banana hima last week na obi ka say so for us, I mean God will agree if he's there. The difference between the Christian is that we go through Jesus. Now those in the traditional community go through the lesser gods. Let me put it in quotes. Into no BBC question say, isn't it hypocrisy? And yet I think tree and yachum. Say oko gun sound de ma abosom. Now some ba say me ba Christo. When ye and yes oh ye yachum yama.
Me da say. And say go no. Say na kan no. Obia won adwuma wo ahemfie ho. Emma yenwunsa. Enti me nwunsa me tradition kire me say akweside ye hia ne adwendwen oman no ho ade ntine nsemeko me mikro midi kan me ye presbyni me san ye singing band ni wo mikro na midi kan ko asori ntem because almost starting 8:30 ebebo 10 no ma wie na me ba ahemfie eno nkire me say me ye nya atwom because me mu no de me nim say me wo Kristo wo me mu ena me mu no me nim say Kristo no na ye mekania and one didn't hold Croncona Ashamema and I made yet because I will be na nyami nimwa enye ye. I hear tea be a dinner me dinner. Yen develop me ye dinyame. Was sembe baba obdina did not send beba. As I say ye dinyame a CSC asemno na asumdwe eba. Na so man yami a memoir. Sebi date near the adidi ewo one way gidino one beye. Yen ma yen yin no so yen so ye betra ye beb ne so ye dem pai boy den atai on wachi.
Okay. Banana, let me also ask so typically with chiefs we see them with there's I don't know the name but there's something they put on their hand. We've been told that that's what signifies your strength, your power. So when you go anywhere and they see that at the some there are lots, some 2, some 3, when they see that okay. And in fact I've heard that some people attempt to test the chief to see whether he's powerful. Then they drop a few things on the ground to see whether if you have no strength then anything could happen to him.
No.
Is it true?
No, it's not true. I think that is part of our customary dressing as a chief.
Okay.
You need to put on certain things so that when we are all seated, they know very well that this is the chief.
It distinguishes you from the others.
Yes. Exactly.
So now does it mean that for a chief you have no extra protection? It must be made to believe.
No.
The chief has no, so it's just like any one of us.
No. But Madam explained something that right now we are at peace. We don't even go for wars. We don't even go for this. So what do you need extra protection for? Is it for armed robbers or what?
Oh no, you don't. For instance, your position is a very enviable one. Even though I'm sure you are probably most qualified in your community, but there'll still be somebody who still thinks that I should be there or my son should be there. So sometimes they want to put, you see that then they want to try to make your legs swell or just to disgrace you or something. So sometimes the understanding is that so the chief must have something, something he or she will stand on.
I believe that, you see, in this world, when you do the right things,
okay,
when you do things that shows positive results, when you do good things, right, you don't fear anything in this world, right? You are fair in doing things. You don't go that I'm a chief, so I'm collecting land from somebody.
And that's very common.
Exactly.
Very common.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, you don't do that.
Okay.
There are a lot of things that in this world that when you do you yourself, you will now even go back and go and seek protection from somewhere because you know very well that whatever you are doing, you are not doing the right thing.
Not doing the right thing.
But when you do the right things, there's nothing to fear.
Okay.
Nobody can harm you.
Right.
Yes.
So you don't need extra protection if you're doing what is right.
Doing extra, you move confidently around, and you haven't done anybody's, and nobody can do you anything. Even the person will not even succeed.
Okay. I mean, sometimes, especially with festivals, I know in some areas they have unique festival practices. I think recently I was in Ho, and for the Yam Festival, and you know they also have you see people shooting guns and what have you. See some people performing display. In some communities, some people hold guns, shoot the next person, the person won't die. Aren't all those extra protection are given to?
No, we use blank bullets.
Blank bullets. Oh, so they are tricks.
They use blank bullets.
Really?
Yes, it make noise and blast off and other things. They don't use.
Because I was actually scared when we were shooting the guns.
They don't use guns that has the ammo.
Okay.
They don't use that.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh right. I see.
They sell bullets specifically for that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. To show significance, the occasion, they shoot around another aspect of it.
Okay.
Yes.
And I him anti jasi ma so say mo fashion bo mo ban.
Me de kakra be kana na de.
ho.
When we say enema na ya da nkapo na ya na edigugu yensa no. Ucha ema wenu onyam no ededi. We say ordinary person be frantama, but onfa ebi ento ne nsa. But ohene de anaso ohima de odi bekugu ne nsa mo say oda soronko. Eya na tete no se ne ye ka no okuna na ma omo de enuro hihye na nsa nya batakale ni ne ma ne ma omhye no efa hunim.
Hey.
Won wa epe na me ka se nya ni penya na ye Christopher.
Na Christopher.
Esun wo bia. Obu ho a openuro. Ono de obekwa akoji, there's no doubt about that. We have individual difference. But Christopher de ye wo gidie wo Awurade mo ntino. Sa ne ma ne ya na enhia yen. Obekọ ahemfie bi no. Obu ho a wo chia na wo se twen kakra. It is there. I will not say it is not there. Obu ho kra all betra won chen no. Who says some peculiar lavender be me pesa me bo obi di o chan ko bi products. And wa wo hwene mo hyehyɛ. But yeah, Christopher, because of our faith in Tino, I don't believe in those things.
Okay.
Somebody who came to me and said, "Hey, Nana, I come here and libre on na." Yeah, you say. Meanwhile, the person claimed he's a reverend minister or your software.
Software ne catch so
say, "Oh, I come here and say, ya be women na me say." And I'm say, "Sir, na wo na me be hu no so sin Kristo ana na wo ye din o say oh na ya fa snap one cut am say hey no so for who je snap one cutting na nia what busum dem so nia he so hu enti no as I he's also a chief but we have individual difference. People may wear it but some of us will not like it. Some women will like it. I per se, I don't like it because of my faith I have in Christ.
Okay.
And if you believe the word, somebody can just go and bring something, put it where your leg is. You walk on it.
Nothing will happen
Nothing will happen to you. But if you are half, menye, if you are sorry, ukoshe asofo bibiri mpasi ya niema chawo. There's no two ways about that.
More than chiefs.
More than the chief.
Yes. Also, because I him for no. Yeah, yes, hey, or him there, comfort, we were ho, we until he dear, or him dear, or some bosom. And Tessa, it's not like that.
Very good.
Ye trade drain, near ye say, ye trade drain no one. Me, I was you me to we. Ujana, which I marry. Ewa obia ne nea wo ye wa hemfie ho abrafo akotwa dwan wie ja se won wachecha man enkrofo ahemfu ne achecha mo me amosu a menwe me ka to say me meat so this is how it is. Christianity and chieftaincy there's nothing wrong. If you're a young man and you want to be a chief, please, if the time comes, go. It's a nana. You get something. A respect. You have some love. You have peace. You can do counseling. The Queen Mothers, we do a lot.
Love more there, because you see them, no. I remember when I think Dr. Nana, when Nana was being installed, I mean, they carried, I saw people, you were on people's shoulders.
That's why you saw a concon.
I need to part the goodness so
now to also me there. Rebecca sent me a bosom tea. Me could dear Kunyano, and my friend Reverend Kissim say. Papa, yes, me could de a Kunyo and I'm through. Was it more good? Something Munsa was a call. A bomb pie would mean himself away and pie bonny win yai and piable. So this is it. Let people clear their mind that you can be a chief, you can be a queen mother, and still be a Christian.
A very good Christian.
Okay. But Nana, let me come to you. So looking at your role as Chafohene, since you are more of intelligence, you need to pick up strategies. Can we say that you also communicate with the dead at certain points? Because, I mean, the older people, some of them knew a lot more strategies than we do now. Do you communicate with the Nananom at certain points?
No.
Intentionally or unintentionally?
No.
Do they appear to you at certain points?
No, not at all. No.
Okay.
Yes. As I told you previously, that things have changed. Right? We now serve as leaders, managing our people, trying to communicate also. Maybe an individual can be even, who is not even a chief, can be even be doing that. Okay. Possibly not the chief, because it's not even the chief's function to be doing that.
To be doing that, okay.
It's not a function of a chief to be communicating with ancestors or so.
But you have a chief priest as part of your...
Yes, I have.
Does your chief priest communicate to the Nananom?
What I would say is that when the occasion comes, he does his prayers also. That is
his traditional prayers.
Yes, he does it.
Sometimes does he give you guidance? Maybe, okay, Nananom says that this path we shouldn't go, or this day we shouldn't go. Does he give you guidance?
I've never experienced that.
You've never experienced that? Okay.
They also know that we are also intelligent, very intelligent. They will not come and tell us those things also.
Okay.
Yes.
But your kingdom, do they know of your faith clearly?
Yes.
Okay, and are they able to know that, okay, for these matters, we won't take it to Nana because we know he doesn't support that?
No,
is that
since I became a chief, I have not experienced, they've not given me any challenges, You see, and right now, because of our level of education also, they also know the boundaries.
The boundaries. Okay.
Very well. They will not even come and disturb you. They know the boundaries very well. You also, those who are in charge of certain things, you also give them the opportunity also to do whatever they are to do. Yes. Okay. And when it comes to certain things, you balance it. Okay. In a more smooth way to get things done in a way that you feel is okay. Okay. Yes.
But because we shift here, who are Nananom no be ding komo kakra. Maybe on betrayal near me kakra, and on betrayal near me mutual kakra.
Debbie,
you been see that.
Who be that? Me been see that.
On Sunday, who be that. But a bibia Osha obey me who be that.
Me who be that.
Now, my baby or horse or Yansan went. Maybe I want yes, I'm running into now.
Me dear, me yes, sure, say, I'm a baby, but may be to me who some I will.
Okay. Because I mean the notion is say I am for their money Nananom ne din kita because even from primary school near chair and say the chief is the link between the living and the dead. Inti asiane say ohine you are in between. When the ancestors want to communicate, they tell you, you tell us here. When we also want to say something to the dead, we tell you and tell them there. There are things that no creating impression is my him for money. Nananom din kita hontem bia.
Well, bia na akomfo no. Omo na bia ombetimi aye. But ye ho say me who been penyin sem da. Because emre bi na obi beka am kra bi fi kuro bi e de breye wa hemfie na yakwesi dey. Na obeka wie na omanhene hwe menim. Na me manhene no, may he rest in peace. Nana so ye Kristo ni mapa. Ti okonfo no beka sa message no. Ohwe menim, me so me hwe nanim. Na ahemfo na wo ho ni nim se ye mienu de. Sa ne ma wo de ba emfa. Ti nana ye so beka sepera msi nana. Won wa gidi no. Ma won kwan. Yen ya ye nyini no. Ma yen trance. Mo wa meka se sei. Nana see you. Ye na ye bemba sika na ye de akotwa aboa kakraka no. Won wa aka no susu won munye sika nkotwa sa aboa membo aboa ne din. Na de no besi nne amaso. Enti senya doctor e ka no. Nana eken. Sese no ahemfo ahindi no akọ nanim. Tete no nana ye gi niam bebre edifa we sisi na wanye se ye nso we sisi wo mu agidie ndo mo wo guso ye asante memu de wo guso ye but enye ye nyina.
Okay. Nana himane nana ye be home susabre but ye babaka I would ask say are there consequences in not performing some of these customary rites? Because a memory be what in your case, Ujidi and Tiama on Yeno, a home soon soma on mine for. Because the beam why I say, boy, if you are bosom or honor, if you for Nancy say near call, sorry, but when the boy bosom need me money muscle, no, as that's all shift your phone in answer. Are there consequences in performing some of, are you not performing some of these? When we come back, we will discuss it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a short break here. If you've not liked our social media pages, please do well to like it. Make sure you leave your question, your comment. And if you want to send us your question or comments on WhatsApp, please, you can do so on WhatsApp number 050-1579-996. 050-1579-996. Please don't go away. We'll be back shortly.
With the growing challenges of life in light of both global and domestic development, the Christian is faced with the difficult task of balancing survival within a secular system and at the same time living a Christian life that pleases their Maker. It is for this reason that we need to have frank conversations on the many issues of life through the Christian lens. So, we bring to you Let's Talk About. On Let's Talk About, we talk about health, career, dating, marriage, family, divorce, politics, finance, and all the issues of life that the Christian is confronted with on a daily basis. Join us this and every Wednesday on the YouTube and Facebook pages of Trinity United Church Legon, and let's talk about life as Christians. With the growing challenges of life in light of both global and domestic development, the Christian is faced with the difficult task of balancing survival within a secular system and at the same time living a Christian life that pleases their Maker. It is for this reason that we need to have frank conversations on the many issues of life through the Christian lens. So, we bring to you Let's Talk About. On Let's Talk About, we talk about health, career, dating, marriage, family, divorce, politics, finance, and all the issues of life that the Christian is confronted with on a daily basis. Join us this and every Wednesday on the YouTube and Facebook pages of Trinity United Church Legon, and let's talk about life as Christians.
Thank you very much, viewers. You're welcome back to Let's Talk About. Let's Talk About is our weekly interactive program where we get to discuss every aspect of our lives, our Christian life, our spiritual lives, our physical lives, emotional, psychological, just name it. Today, as I've said, we've got a man here. We are privileged to have Nana Hima and Nana here to help us in talking about Christianity and the institution of chieftaincy. If you have any question, if you have any comments, please don't forget, leave them on our social media platforms on Facebook, on YouTube. You can also send us your comment, your question on our WhatsApp number 050-1579-996. So now we will continue our conversation. Yes, so I was asking that now that we are saying we are Christians, some things don't make sense. We are intelligent people and all that. And so there are some practices we are not going to adhere to. Is it not going to create some problem in our traditional society?
To tell you the truth, there are situations where certain traditional practices have been stopped. Right. Meaning that those practices that were upholding from years back, we have even modernized it up to this stage. Now, when a society evolves, a society develops, right, they are not glued to a particular thing. When they say that certain things doesn't work on well, they change it. And there are procedures of changing some of these things, right? And it means that before you can even change some of these things, you must be able to advance very logical reasons why you believe, because somebody will think otherwise, right? You must be able to advance very logical reasons why you believe, certain things should not be stopped or so. And then you go through the procedure. You don't just get up and say that I've stopped this. There are procedures that you have to go
procedures.
through. Yes, you have to go through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But in going through the procedures, aren't they them? Because let's say that if you say you no longer want to keep, let's say, this fetish in your palace or your house, aren't you going to go through another traditional procedure to reverse it?
Yeah, you have to go through that. If you don't want it, you say you don't want it. So you have to go through
because of your faith. So you don't want it.
You are not the one. You are always. It's not your faith that that because of my faith.
Okay.
But if you, as a chief, you don't want certain things to be done,
okay,
you see those people who are responsible,
okay,
and they will have to go through a process and stop it.
Okay. Thank you. Nana Hema, do you think that some of these practices we are putting aside, do you think that is going to have effect on our community? Saying sani bia say yengu biomana emwani bia yenku omo say say nem for omo jengu form no. Is it going to harm our society in any way, the traditional society? Maybe our man for ebe how mo?
Well, thank you. In our culture, in our society, we have not stopped pouring libations.
Okay.
Neither have we stopped slaughtering the ram. If there's a problem, we don't just slaughter it for slaughtering sake, unless there's a problem, and there are some people assigned to do it. As a queen mother, I don't have anything to do with that. Okay. It has no effect too on those things. The men, they just say the other chiefs who are not Christians can purposely do it perfect because it's tradition and it is custom. So the custom demands it. Let them do it. Okay. But as for me as a queen mother, I don't go near the killing of those rams and pouring libation. So I am free there. And if they do it, before I go to the palace, it's already done.
It's already done. Okay. Okay.
It doesn't affect in anything. It still goes on. The tradition goes on.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I'll come to Nana, but there's a comment from Mr. Emmanuel Duku. Says that I like Nana Eni's position. Nana Eni is the third. I think he missed out the third.
Yes.
Nana Dr. Eni J the third. Position that when you're doing the right thing, you need no other protection. But most importantly, those in Christ are securely protected. So that emphasizes the fact that we don't need an extra protection. So long as you have Christ and you're doing what is right, you are protected. He continues to say that chieftaincy to many people is characterized by fetishism. As a Christian, how can one occupy? I think there's a question. So saying that to many people, chieftaincy is characterized by fetish acts and what have you. As a Christian, how can one occupy chieftaincy position without compromising his or her Christian faith? I think, Nana, he's addressing it to you.
Yeah.
I think we've discussed it, but you can just rehash it.
Yes. That is what is happening is that your faith is your faith. And before you become a chief, you've already developed the faith.
Okay.
Right. Up to a high level before you became a chief. And it's not just because you are now a chief, you are no more a Christian also. It doesn't work that way. It is rather an opportunity, I would say, for Christians rather to enter into the chieftaincy institutions, right, and help for people to understand what chieftaincy entails.
Okay.
And people always associate chieftaincy with fetish or so,
acts.
but it's I will put it that it's leadership.
Leadership.
People need to be led.
But I think Papa Sophie mentioned it last week. That's heavily leadership.
It's leadership. So if you don't have the right people to take up the leadership mantle, then where are we going as a society? So we should rather encourage royals who are Christians, right, to take the mantle when the opportunity comes. As Madam rightly said, we should rather encourage.
To encourage them.
Yeah.
Okay. Madam Patricia Essel says, in balancing, are we saying we give what belongs to God to him and that of Caesar to him as well? I'm just wondering where we draw the line between chieftaincy-related rituals like initiation processes and pleasing God, or living in accordance with Christian doctrines and belief. I think Nana Hima can take this one. So Auntie Patricia is asking, so why are we going to draw the line? Say, I mean, before you are put on the throne, and answer the base you or Hina no Himano, or say, I don't shed them, and you catch it, or say, cha, in where we moja go now, senior a day. How do we draw the line? Yen kasi yen fa Kaiser de mano, yen fe radi de so mano. Inti no a brain so femusa uya ne bra so be ya de so.
Antipatia da se. Nye ahima ni foni nyina na ye de enhye demo. Na otwe etwa moja gu ye na so. Obu ohokra esese ye kra na se ni gidi kire ne se. Medium you Christo ne menya. Oka o man he no obeti wase anasa wo hene no obeti wase enye ye nko an edi kana na doku a ofie kropom o man he man ono ne mresu kwa na o ya baba atete mrem otimi insist se menye niema bebre wo a o se onye ohima no ne abrafo no tata no ohine no ano ho do je sika se munya no eye ne gidie enti no ye betimi akase enye ye nyina na ye pe dwan na ye twagu ye so no enti no by force ese wo twagu ye so na mi wi amasa akotan da bi wo betimi aye o Kristo de Kristo oso no nko ane ne nyame ye nsom ono nko a sana won wesom nananum abosom no soso no won soso ekoso esom wo mo de enti no wuntimi mfa wei emefra we mama enye yi.
And that's it. Mr. Jenny Mboate says, my one and only elder sister, good show, Nana. Nana, I think they all my fans. But let's look at this aspect of it, and I mean I'll come to Nana. I mean, before you became a chief, you were just an ordinary citizen like us. You come to church just like any person. After becoming a chief, has there been any change in how people relate with you now? Has there been a change in how people approach you? Or has there been any change in your living with people?
Now, let me put it this way. When, Nana Hima said that you are kept in a place for 1 week or so before you become a chief, I think you are schooled in leadership.
Okay.
When you go there, they will even teach you how to talk in public.
Okay.
Yes. They will teach you that, Nana, it's not everything that you should answer. When you are in public, you are the last person to speak.
Okay.
So when your subjects are there, they are all seated, at the palace and other things, you don't take up and start debating with your people. You are taught, right, to always reserve your comments and listen to people's argument before you finally you even have to ask whether there's anybody who has any contribution to make or so, and if there's none, right, you gather almost all the points that people have raised and you summarize it and you go away, right? So that even raises your level after meeting your people. When you come out, they start respecting you. From that point in time, you also learn the history about your people. Sometimes you before you become a chief, you take things for granted or so. They will also have to teach you the history, right? Why you are even a chief. Yes, over there they will tell you why they have selected you that you should become a chief. Then you understand very well. They have to show you how to put on the cloth, the meaning of the drumming, and other things. And that is the only opportunity that they will get you. You see, they don't have a classroom where they can send us. So that is the place where they teach you almost all these things to understand, so that when you come to public, your leadership roles comes out and you earn the respect that you are supposed to earn.
So everybody can see a difference.
Exactly. Yes.
It's actually true. I know one judge who is a chief. When you go to his court, you have to listen to every. In fact, people who's it may even be a stranger walking to court. You have to say, okay, now there's a matter between these. What do you think? Before he'll come out with this decision.
Exactly.
Then we feel like, just speak. Why do you have to want everybody to speak first? Where's everybody?
Because he has been trained that way.
Yes.
So that's how the whole thing is.
It makes sense.
You see, yeah.
Okay, JJ wants to know, why do chiefs refuse to rise and stand during church services where we believe we are in the presence of the Almighty God? Besides it, the boss, but you're singing man for sorry, almost sorry, Jinasa now was sorry.
Said Nanakai, Akonyano Udia, Emma. Anapi ena ntete ya obefem ene ompanimfo kasa omno be kasa enti no se wudu baabi na ye kasa ebi ayese sorry ubon se baabi wo hwa ayese ompanimfo bi af ministers abases obi abe sorry wo de why the NSS mission me position ni o but I sorry them wo de there's no one like God. We all bow before him.
But say paramount, I mean that's paramount to here. I'm a man. What man him bo mo kwa sorry bo mo sorry. E be to him.
It depending on no o man no. Ni gidie a wo de te asonde mo. Na wa kwa sorry ne say sorry ne mo mpai. Sorry ne anyi nhira. Na so so onyi nhira tra ho. Esu obia. Enti you opia no pese otra ase obi pese o sorry na se na obisa question se buo wa ukọ obedi hima na so obedi hini se na nkrofo fan in fact ni die wum enti ukọ sorry a me di hima no ma meka wa sorry a na mom obi ne be hu me wo menhia a me ne me man hini ho ana ohun se me yo hima. Because na me pese me yem bibia pepe na me krom a me di makonya no ukwa sorry ani die wo baabi wo wa yede ahemfo ne ahema atena le mom sanse me yesingem ba ni nti edu singem ba fo koto ma me sorry fi makonya no so kokoto sabi so ahu enti no ebema won wete won kura hu se oh na ahema potimi sorry esa to nyuma ne me sma kodwan ni ekuo bi wo hu enti ema obuo bi ba ho wonne ye so ka ho senia wo be je wo ho afa e wo kroman ma wo ba bi a wo ema wo hu se wo mami oyo hima anase oyo hene sa
and I say Reverend Martin Obin also says that thanks for the discussion. For as long as Christians have become traditional rulers, changes must be progressive. Yes. Okay, but Nana, let me ask, do you foresee a time coming where we can say that all these practices would have moved away because Christians have taken over, and now our traditional societies have become a base for Christians?
You know, to tell you the truth, when tourists and other things even comes around, the way we even practice our chieftaincy, they even admire it more, right? You can pour the libation also. Possibly the significance is just to show the traditional thing also, right? So I would rather say that yes, there will be changes, but as I rightly put it, the changes also must be logical, meaningful, something that should rather improve the society as a whole, not something that will send our culture backwards.
Okay.
Right. Yes, because sometimes we do certain things, but we must also have it in mind that the whites can ridicule us. When they know very well that, look, we don't know what we are, where we come from, and other things. Yes. There will be changes, of course. There are certain things that doesn't make sense. We have to make sure that we do away with those things.
You know, but at least necessarily we must preserve our culture as our unique identity.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Culture is culture.
Culture.
And tradition is tradition.
Tradition. That's right. Michael Sepe says that I've heard that some schools specifically demand some rituals that are quite gory and unchristian, such as slaughtering of sheep and spilling the blood on the feet of the royal involved, or even going to riverside to wash the stool, and the royal must be present. If the stool demands such rituals, what do you do as a Christian? I just believe it's conflicting. If the panel could throw some light on it. So he's saying that if the stool necessarily demands, this is not something like, oh, because mesons or akunyanisi saying here now. What do you do as a Christian?
You see, I think that I must make certain things also clear.
Yeah.
Without stool, there's no chieftaincy.
Okay.
I think people must get it right. We talk about stool, they go and throw it away also. Without the stool, everybody sits on it. We don't sit on it, to be frank. Okay. But everybody signifies that you sit on the stool.
You sit on the stool.
So the stool, from the word go, is necessary. Now, the washing also, I think they do it once a year.
Okay.
And once a year, they only send it to clean it.
Yeah.
Right. They send it over there to clean it. Chiefs don't go. It's not our role. We'll be sleeping. The chief priest and other things will go and get it done. And in my hometown, the trafficking is always the first person to do that type of thing. Yes. Okay. They wash it and clean almost everything, you know, so that the place there wouldn't be dirt or so, you know. Like Madam is saying, neatness is number one. And that is why we do it.
But I mean, from what you are telling us, it means that we have a lot of misconception about what goes on in the palace and in the...
Exactly. Exactly, yes.
Because from what you're saying, I mean, this is not a big deal. If we just have to, as you're saying, just going to wash it. Because then now, sometimes the movies tell us that, you see, though somebody will carry it and something will possess them.
Then how will you appreciate the movie? They have to do it so that you appreciate the movie. Okay. But you need to. Once a year, you have to clean almost everything. And it's not only that. We even with the cemetery, we with the roadside, we do, when we are doing our festival, right, we reserve one day, right, that we do general cleaning of the town.
Okay. Okay.
So these are some of the things that we do. Okay. People come from all walks of life and converge, you know, and we do cleaning, we do a lot of things, you know, to get our festival.
But then that will also mean that if we were to all support the chiefs in these roles, Ghana will be a better place. Because imagine if every community, we all go back. If whether once we all coming to clean, we are maintaining cleanness. I mean, Accra, the issue of filth and that, I mean, Ghana and Poti as a whole, it will be a thing of the past.
Exactly so. Exactly so. Yes, exactly so. And if you go, excuse me, if you go to our places, to be frank, it's very neat.
You're actually right. You're actually very, very in fact, when you move out of Accra, move to hinterland, the air there is very different. Very, when you come back to Accra, then like you've come back to a different place.
Very, very neat.
You're actually very right. Mr. Solomon Ajeti says that very interesting discussions I think he has given us. Madam Gloria Commodore says that, well done, Nana Hima, you're right. You made a choice and happy with it. God bless you. I'm watching. I think this is strong support from Singing Bank. But let me come, Nana Hima. Would you say that chieftaincy, as we know today, or the institution of chieftaincy, they have failed us? Would you say that the institution have failed us in terms of... You see, Nana mentioned the fact that even his area is in charge of development, and the level of respect given to the chiefs, politicians don't get that. Today, as we sit here, if Nana gives me an instruction on, even on this platform to his people, I'm sure they'll comply. Immediately they hear.
Exactly.
But with the politician, we'll debate
Exactly.
it. Tomorrow morning, we'll go to PCFM or any other show. One party takes the side, that party takes the side. Now, can we say that with the power that you wield, and with the development we have in the country, I mean, we can't see the link. Can we say the Institute of Chieftaincy have failed us in a way?
Thank you for that question. Chieftaincy has never failed us.
Okay.
It is the politicians.
Okay.
Those days, the chiefs and the Queen Mother were ruling the whole country, and there was peace.
Yes.
You hardly hear any behavior, creating. Look at this galamsey. If they had given the opportunity that chiefs and Queen Mothers should control it, it wouldn't have been this.
Yeah.
Now, because of politics, only be there when they will bring a paper that they have been given a concession, destroyed. Hunger going to be in my hometown. So normally I don't encourage that. But
even on that, in some areas we've heard that the chiefs are even those behind it. When they bring, let's say, $100,000 and give to the chief, he may be willing to give up the land.
You see, it's in fact this topic is very inverted comments begin and close, very sensitive.
Very sensitive.
Because it's very dicey because some chiefs like money more than development.
Absolutely.
If I can say the truth, some like money more than the people in their town. Because if you don't go and collect this Chinese money or that's money, your people in your hometown will get food to eat. When you talk to them, they will listen. Even if they are doing it like the olden days, they started taking gold not today, long time, but now I don't know what really happened. So chiefs, we have never disappointed you. You people have rather disappointed us, but we are still on board. We will still do our best.
Now let me add something. When we were young, we had certain forest reserves.
Yes.
We call it in Samampom.
And
we're not allowed to go there. Right? The chiefs were controlling it.
Yeah.
The chiefs were controlling it. See? And almost all those days, the chiefs were in control. Right now, right? There are certain level of authority that has been taken away.
Okay.
Right. First, chiefs even have courts. And
we still do.
Good. And who dares you do something to be sent to Ahimfie? Because your family will be disgraced. You see, it goes, a long way that people try as much, and parents were afraid of, experiencing that, because when you ask, but things have changed.
Things have changed.
Right now, people just go and cut trees. Cocoa started at my place there, and right now, the place is now turning into grassland. Right, and the rainfall pattern in the future is going to change. You can't control it.
You can't control it. So I think that, as you're saying, that we should do everything what it takes possible to strengthen the institution of chieftaincy.
Yes.
For some of us we are advocating for, as you said, the chief's court, the native court. Because it's a dishonor to be sent to the chief's court and be disgraced. Your whole family will be affected.
Yeah, it's true.
But today when you go to the secular courts, in fact, sometimes I was one of the criminal courts, the boys, when they bring them,
they'll postpone it.
Gayoyo, they put up 2 fingers. He's just taking fun, like nothing. He just doesn't feel anything, Wakojo Humble, he says, during some of these traditional festivals, you see People use sharp objects like knives, blades to cut themselves, but to no avail.
No,
They are fake.
They are all fake.
But there are some that you see.
You see them cutting, but there won't be blood.
There won't be blood.
It's fake.
Or you see that they'll just stab another person.
It's
Not,
fake.
They are fake. They are tricks.
Fake. Tricks.
So to our viewer, it's fake. So Daniel Kuchuachi says that
Yeah, he's right.
it's just a mere saying that the chief is the link between the living and the dead. The living, who is the chief, has nothing to do with the dead.
Yeah, I think to me, he's right to say that.
Yes.
Yes, we have nothing to do with the dead.
To the
Yes.
dead. Okay. Now Clarence also saying that not all traditional practices are evil. Some are just symbolic.
Exactly.
Some are just symbolic.
Yes.
And then it means that our minds have really been defamed by some of these institutions.
So it's good such a discussion is coming
Yes,
on
yeah.
for us to elaborate more, to show what we've gone through and how things are handled, and it's rather even helping the
during Nigeria, Nana, I think it falls more in your area, right?
yeah.
So he's saying that why are the chiefs buried in secrets? Because when the chief dies, they say nobody should go out for a period. They will do the procession at night. Why that?
By tradition, chiefs are buried deep in the night.
Deep in the night.
Yes, and deep in the night we don't expect people, to be following.
But why so? Why not during the day, but at night?
Oh, well, as I'm saying that, that chiefs always have their sacred place.
Okay.
Yes, they have their sacred place that they bury them, and there are other chiefs also. They bury them.
Okay.
In the night over there, and you see, it's a very interesting. It's a very interesting thing.
Yeah.
Yes, interesting in the sense that it was inherited from years back when certain things were done, sacrifice or so, but all those things are no more there. But still, we still keep to it.
To maintain.
Yes.
It forms part of our unique.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Because even when the queen died, you realize that they also had their own unique culture.
Yes, and at a point in time where the queen is being sent, they said nobody should.
Nobody.
Yes.
Yes.
Mefa kakranka na de no. Eya na akamre mu ye kasa da na kwakura. Enti baby a yesiesie no wo hwe hwa esese ekura sin pepepe. Ne enti a yesie won different place se ne ebe ya. Ebu ho I will say ya na the gold dust ne ayi kakra esusu gugu no ho ne ho ahyehyede no. Amamre enti because esese wo mu gu nsa eya amamre ansa na wo asiem. Enya hemfu nyina ne pe bemu ye friend no asantuma ye friend ho bemu nya ahemfu nyina na epe na nsen ye se na ne gidie tie but because of amamra ye be ye ama ohini nti ena ye kosie won anajo 12 midnight ewo bemu emra obiada to behu se na abrafo no de sekan ne uma ponchi pie beku no ma na twie pie beku o pe wo ponchi awededa Into no a because of the tradition and the custom, that's why we bury them at 12 midnight in a sacred place. Yes.
Okay, but we also told that boy I see Senanewua twa ngofo be nipa be 5T near the account home because almost one an hour. Almost no every year.
Oh, it's no more. It's no
It's
more.
no more.
It's no more.
Okay.
No more. No more. No more.
Okay, Mama Patricia SL says that I'm looking forward to seeing more Christians in traditional leadership positions and push for positive changes in a progressive manner. Small, we'll get there.
Exactly.
I worked on the will of a Queen Mother some time ago, and she was saying that she didn't want to be buried in accordance with any of these practices. I said, no, sorry. And baby said, "Oh, pedi and for hungry mukra na."
Oh, pe. Obu okoye will to so.
Yes.
Because ye traffic is no a lawyer to ye will to so. Say won pese ye besi obemu a obetro. Say any biaba suku wo ho. Enti ahemfo na aka na bebre akosuku. ahemfo na obebree doctors bebree akọ school and abusuan so bekenkan won will no say bia papa na say me maame say on pese yesie no be mo ye betie na so enye by force.
Okay, Nana, I mean, we are getting to the end. Is there anything you think the church can do to support the institution of chieftaincy? From your, from where you sit as a chief, are there some challenges you face you think the church can step in to support?
I would say that every leadership position is not all that easy.
Yeah.
Because you meet people from with different ideas, different background, right? Some are highly educated, some are not. And I believe that the church should continue to pray for us.
Pray for you.
Those of us who have taken the role of leadership, the church should continue also to pray for us also, and the church also come to support us. People will know that, you know, the church is behind us.
It's behind you.
Yes, you see, yeah, because for us, for our festival, on the last day, right, it's church service.
Thanksgiving service.
Yes, church service. So we have almost all the Christian groups coming to come and preach on that day for us.
Okay.
Yes. And I will even love it that in future I even invite my church also to attend.
We'll gladly come and support you.
So I believe this will be a major support.
To be a major support.
And then through that things would also follow up.
Nana Hima. Bibi o pesa so be ya boa.
Bebre. Me kurom die. Eya na ekunafo enyanka. Ebu ho kra suku a wokọ. Eya na ohia mmoa. Empepi no eya na me de atwetwere mebo. Na me hwe mayoa na esua pam no won eni machine. Na ma frɛ ni pattern na ma tobi ama won. Ebi wo ho soso a ekunafo na ma pentoma na enuane de ama won. Afesu ehia mpaibo. Se ne amobɛbɔ mpae na na aka no. Na mo de a support ye se na ebe ya yesu engidie no ebe gina pina ye hihim. Afesu so ye pese ye encourage obia ase akonwa wo ni fie. Ye hia moa. Na so obu owo na konwa no wo fie sanse wo nyae nti no ukoka wo se abosom na ye kosom enti mo mfa hwe ma no wo ho enti se ye koso educate public se na ye yi a ebeboa ye bebre nti no kakra ebehia se empire boy hia afa ye hia niema de ama ye a ye wo ye kromo ewo ekura kakra se na de ote ye benkran enti ya na mi ya mi na mi dia koma mi kurufo enti wakan beba beda sorry for enti no ni nyina no yem pipe na yem pipe.
Okay. Now, what will be your final words to everybody? I mean, with a lot of misconception about chieftaincy, people are running away from an opportunity to serve their people, to bring changes. There are a lot of people with a lot of ideas. They have the opportunity to serve in their traditional community, but they would rather run away and go and live outside the country. What will be your final words to?
Yeah, I would say that today it's a good opportunity that Trinity United Church has invited us as traditional leaders to discuss chieftaincy. And that chieftaincy is leadership. And leadership has been all around. And even in the Bible, God ordained two people, that is leaders and a priest, to be able to hold the society together, for society, to develop and grow. People should rather enter, those royals and others should rather come in and help. And when we are more, it is an opportunity, to help our people, right? Because our people need leaders. Our people need to hear good things from us. Our people need the right things to be done, Yes. It's not always that, excuse me, say politicians will always go and be telling them this, that when they don't meet it or so. But as you rightly said, chiefs don't promise. We rather deliver.
You deliver.
Yes. Based on our strength.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and I believe that they should all come in at the right time and help, the society, and help wherever they are coming, to show how a Christian, right, can take leadership position in a traditional way and help the society to grow.
Okay, thank you, Nana. But Nana, I thought it was the last comment, but something just comes to mind, especially with you being an intellectual. Looking at all these misconceptions we have, I think it's heavily also because most of our customary practices are not written down. So we don't get the opportunity to even educate ourselves until we meet people like you who educate us. And I can tell you a lot of people go through life never meeting somebody like you. So we only rely on what probably the white man tells us. And we know the whole friction between the white man and the black man. Everything black is bad. Everything white is good. Don't you think that time has come that with intellectuals like you as chief, we should start a movement where some of these customary practices are put down on paper? Because the fear is that
it's true.
As time goes on, the older people who know will leave. Some of us who do not know will come and write. Then I'll go and write, the chieftaincy institution is a bad one. It may carry weight, and at the end of the day, something very good will die down. But I think that's something that the chief should, because I know even as part of the roles of chief in law, they're supposed to gather the customary practice of their people and codify it. But we still left it to oral, and that's where a lot of some of these comments may come, because we don't understand. It's not as though we are trying to bring into disrepute, but that's the honest truth. TV na chere, say you go so to me cry into the kokra. TV na chere.
I think you've hit the nail at the right spot. We need to document it seriously, right? And it's because we've not even done that. That's why there are some areas where there are chieftaincy disputes.
Disputes, that's correct.
Yes, that's because correct. When it comes, everybody, especially those who are not even qualified, want to take the opportunity to become a chief, thinking that some people would not know, and then the question that you are not the rightful owner will submerge, and then they will start fighting over
then
it.
They pay people to see all kinds of stories.
Yes, and again too, like I was saying, that sometimes you go there, there's no documents there. There people even have to, the elders have to teach you.
Yeah.
So you started right. It is good we start doing almost all the documentation, our roots, everything should come on paper.
Yeah.
And it will be very easy even to get the next person who should even take over.
Exactly, just like the king in England. When the mother died, there was no doubt who was taking over.
He even took over before they announced the death, yes.
Exactly, there was no doubt,
yes. Yes. So I think that I was telling somebody that in Ghana, we are all related. It's because we've not written our history.
Yes.
We are all related, right? From the north down to the south, to the Fantis, and almost all the corners, and we are all related. And some even intermarriages have even strengthened that. But we have not documented our history. That's why sometimes when you go somewhere and somebody says an Adriana, you are also an Adriana, it means so many things. But our children even don't know, because some of us even don't know it well.
Yeah.
But in the olden days, when you go and you are Adriana, you go to an Adriana house and then they will give you a place to sleep. They will give you food to eat before you continue with your journey.
They're not allowing the marriage because most likely you may be related.
Exactly.
It will be an inbreeding.
So people have also been telling me I should also start doing some documentation also. So I think I'm being challenged. Today I'm being challenged. I will start making time to do some of these things down. Yes.
Thank you very much. Nana Hema, Uncle for show. See, I know there are a lot of women who want to be like you. See, who say, I'm sorry, and then today you are telling us, you're queen mother or baby. A lot of people want to be like you. Assemble now, catch it.
You know, that's Niamika say Akunyane toa. Nafa wa adwene a ewo otu bra beboa o man. Afesu so esese ehu say enya bosomsom nkuto ne wo ahemfie a yeso ye wo tradition wo ho ɛne ɛwɔ custom hɔ ɛne ɛwɔ wopɛ sɛ ɔyɛ kristoni mapa so a wobɛtumi ayɛ kristoni mapa a wodi akonnwa afei so ɛsɛ ohu sɛ wobɛdi akonnwa yi a ɛbɛma okuro no wonyansa wɔ no wode bɛboa a ɛbɛma bɛnyam na wode wonyansa no nyinaa atena wo mu na wotena wo fie na wode ne awoyɛ ane sɛ wobɛ criticize abosomsom na ɔmo yɛ na yɛtwa dwan ɛmmoa ti mɛsrɛ sɛ woyɛ ɔhema na wowɔ hɔ na akonnwa no ato a ensuro bra na yɛbɛkyerɛkyerɛw Dr. Klaso obɛkyerɛ book yɛbɛkyerɛkyerɛw okɔ asante manhyia so a yɛwɔ books asante amammerɛ bebree wɔ hɔ a books wɔ hɔ wokenkan a wobɛte ase ahu sɛ sɛ kristofoɔ yɛsoso yɛdi hene ɛdi ahema ti mefrɛ obi asɛ ɔmmra yɛnyina yɛnsom Awurade na yɛmmoa yɛn kuro no na ɛntumpom edamase.
That's a pa. Thank you very much, Nana.
Thank you.
Na hima edamase. Say mo abɛkyerɛkyerɛ amammerɛ bɛkyerɛkyerɛ because honestly before now we're under a lot of misconception. Mo ayɛ nneɛma mo ama nneɛma bi ayɛ huhuhu boga hu ɔhene kra na yɛsɛ hwɛ baabi ntumi hwɛ n'anim. But at least you've explained to us for us to know that really, I mean, chieftaincy is really about leadership. And if we're able to properly understand the right thing, that Ghana will be a better place. Thank you very much once more.
Thank you.
And thank you very much, our viewers. Thank you for staying with us. We've learned a lot. I have learned a lot personally. I know you've also learned a lot. Please do make it a point to join us same time next week and let's learn about ourselves. Let's learn about our tradition. Let's get educated. Let's get informed. Thank you very much and good night.